Everything looking copacetic. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on now. All right, hold on. All right. Yeah, everything was copacetic. Hold on. Let me get the UV tubes. The YouTubes up. YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. Shh. Yeah. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Make sure everything's good on the UV tubes. And all right, looking good. Audio check. There we go. Good, good, good. All right. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Let's make sure we're live on the Twitch, on the X.com. Yes, we are live on the X. Twitch. Let's check if we are live on Twitch. Let's see. Give me a sec. All right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. There we go. Okay. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. 1 second. Let's get everything all set up here. Boom. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's get ourselves all set and ready to go. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Yes, sir. Hold on 1 second. All right. All right. There we go. All right. All right. There we go. All right. That goes there. That goes there. Yeah. All right. Yep. Yes. Yes. Yeah. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. Looking good. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just getting ourselves all shared up. But how you guys doing today, man? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm just chilling. I'm doing my thing. I'm relaxing. It's a beautiful day, you know? Yeesh. So, there you have it right there. Boom. All right. All right. There we go. All right. All right. Send it. Boom. There we go. There we go. Right there. All right. Just sending it all around. Just sharing it up. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. Share party. Yes, sir. Share. All right. All right. 1 second. Yeah. Just a sec. All right, there we go. All right, everything's all set up there, looking good. All right, boom. All right, there we go. Bop, bop, right there. Okay. All right. All right. Looking good. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Yeesh. All right, let's get this intro started. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, aka the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around in the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to regular ski. Sometimes she gets shot out the cannon and she goes wee. Other times she likes to go to Arby's and watch videos of puppies and kitties. And also, sometimes she does like to go to Wendy's. Other times, she likes to steal my lo mein. Other times, she likes to steal any bit of my food other than that is Chinese. And, you know, she does go into the stonk market and she does find them good stonks with the A, B, C, Ds. And other times, she finds good stonks like GWAV, AQMS, and ELAB. We call her DBL Moms! All right. Yeesh. All right. So, that's what we got going on, folks. That's what we got going on. So, say hello to DBL Moms. Yes. All right. So, that's what we got going on, folks. That's what we got going on. All right. So, say hello to the people, DBL Moms.
Hello to the people, DBL Moms.
Yeesh. All right. Happy Tuesday. So, yeah, hope you guys are doing well. And before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comments section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah, you know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it goes. But yeesh. So, that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. All right. So, we called quite a few stonks today. We called quite a few wonderful stonks today. Throughout this past day. Give me 1 second over here. We called quite a few stonks. Hold on. Bop, right there. All right. Let's see what we called. We called ELAB. ELAB. We actually did not a video on ELAB. We did a video on GWAV. We did call out ELAB, though. We called ELAB prior to its 237% run. 237%. It ran up a nice 237%. And we called it out there. We called out for our private Discord. We called out on our private Discord GWAV after doing a video earlier today on it. GWAV. So we did a video today on GWAV that came out. And was it a short or was it a video, by the way? It was a shorty. Okay, so it was a shorty. All right. Yeesh. So, yeah. So, ever since, we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. But, yeah, we did a short on GWAV today. And that ran up a nice 152%. 152%. Boom, right there. So, we got that going on. Bop, right there. All right. We got AQMS. We called out AQMS. Did a video on that last night, actually. We called it for our private Discord. Then we made the video last night. And then it ran up a nice 119%. 119% right there. Yes, sir. All right. And then afterwards, we did call out NVA. NVA for our private Discord. We called out NVA. And that stonk ran up a nice 113%. 113%. Yep, so we got that going on right there. And then we did call ITP. ITP, that stock ran up a nice 65%. Yeesh, so we got that going on right there. Bop, right there. All right. Afterwards, we also called MNTS, Mints MNTS. All right. And that stunk ran up a nice, hold on, ran up 48%, 48%. So we got that going on there. And then afterwards, we called out CRML, CRML, yish. And that stunk ran up 34%, 34% right there. So it ran up a nice 34%. So that's what we got going on, folks. That is what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. Yeesh. So that's what we got going on there, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. Remember to share. Be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. And without further ado, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started. All right. So let's take a look at the stonks we got here. So let's take a look at ELAB, ELAB. All right, ELAB had a made a nice run up 237%. Went back down though, however, but it did form this big old pennant over here. Big old pennant. Yeesh, right over here. All right. All right. So ELAB formed a big old pennant. Needs to break this pennant. It needs to break the VWAP for it to really be so much Mexi to nya. Yeesh. Yes, it needs to break that pennant right there. Boom. All right. Also has to break above the resistance point. So it's got support at $9.50. Needs to break through 1151, 1292, 1433, the VWAP at 1385, 1608, and then 1890 for it to really be so much Mexi to mya. But that's what it's got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on there. So yeah. That's what this shug has going on. Needs to break the resistance. Needs to break out of that pennant. Needs to break above the VWAP for it to really be so much Mexi to mya. So we got that going on there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on there. GWAV. Let's see how that one's doing right now. So GWAV had a nice little spike. Ran up 152%. Did a video on that one today that you could check out on our YouTube at Coach Nick Money. At Coach Nick Money. So you can find us there. Yeesh. And yeah, so that's what we got going on there. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ourselves all set up. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 300. Yeesh. So let's get an A to B, B to C, C to D going on right there. All right. And then it formed quite a bit of a pennant right over here. Needs to break above the VWAP. Needs to break above the pennant and the VWAP for it to really be so much Mexi to mya. So GWAV, by the way, DBL Moms, can you hand me my glasses, please? Yeesh, good. Thank you. Yeesh, bop, right there. Thank you. All right, GWAV needs to break the pennant and the VWAP for it to be so much Mexi to mya. So that's what they got to go do right there. That's what's got going on there. That is what they got going on. All right. And here is the support and resistance lines right over mya, bop, right there. All right. So we got support at the 1561 mark, $15.61. Got resistance at 1731, and some more resistance at the 1786 mark, which is where the VWAP is, 1940, and then 2279. Those are all where the support line is. So those are all where the resistances are. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on there. It was a bit overbought in the RSI for quite a bit at certain points in time, but now it's not overbought. It's pretty much indecisive on the RSI, so it's not really leaning upward or downward, so it's not more overbought or oversold. It just is. You know what I mean? So you got that going on there. That's what we got going on right now. It needs to break the pennant, needs to break the VWAP for it to really be so much Maxi to mya. It needs to hold above that 1561 mark, needs to hold above 1731, needs to break through 1731, 1786, 1940, and 2279 for it to really be so much Mexi to mya. So that's what we got going on there. The float for this stunk is 549,000. Volume is 9 million. So it does have the volume going on for it. It has the volume. So We'll take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll keep an eye on the stock, but right now it has to break that pennant. It has to break the VWAP for it to be so much schmexy to mya. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue. NVA, NVA. All right, NVA has been on a slight uptrend, maybe formed a bit of a pennant, is above the VWAP as of now. So let's take a look over here, ladies and gentlemen. Let us take a looky-loo. You know what I mean? Looky-loo. All right, had a bit of an A to B, B to C, C to D right here. Boom, right there. Right, has a bit of a pennant going on over here. All right, is above the VWAP as of now. So let me get the graffiti pencil activated. The graffiti pencil, yes sir, yes sir. All right, so got that going on there. Bop right there. It is very much so expensive. NVA. NVA is pretty expensive. It is $66 per share. Not my kind of stock, but it did have a nice movement. Had a nice movement up 113%. So you got that going on right there. Was a bit overbought on the RSI over here and over here at these 2 points in time. Very, very, very heavy in terms of price. And the float for the stunk is 6 million, which is relatively reasonable. Volume, however, is 2 million, so the volume is lower than that of the float. So you got that going on right there. Not looking too schmexy in that regard. Needed to really hold above that 64.98 mark and needs to hold above the VWAP at 61.32 for it to really be so much schmexy to mya, but has to break this pennant right over here. Has to break above the pennant for it to be so much schmexy to mya. So NVA needs to break above the pennant for it to be so much schmexy to mya. All right. Bobo B says, howdy. Howdy, Bobo. How you doing, Bobo? Hope you're having a wonderful day, Bobo. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 500. 500, ladies and gentlemen. JDZG. Let's take a look at JDZG. JDZG. All right. So JDZG. Let's see here. Bop right here has a wonderful little. Let's get this support and resistance lines over here. So you got support at 173, 217, and 251. Resistance at 275, 299, 315, 329, and 377. All of which are points of resistance right there. So we got that going on right there. Let's get this graffiti pencil activated. Bop right over here. All right. Has a bit of a descending wedge going on over here. So you got that going on. Bop right there. All right. So, needs to break above the VWAP, needs to break above the VWAP as well as this descending wedge for it to be so much schmexy to mya. So, JDZG needs to break above the descending wedge and the VWAP. Yes. So you got that going on right there, JDZG. So that's what you got going on. Needs to break above that descending wedge. And the VWAP was a bit overbought on the RSI at one point, but now has since become pretty much relatively indecisive when it comes to the RSI. So you got that going on right there. All right, JDZG has a float of 42,000, volume of 27 million. So it's got the volume for it, but it is sporadic in terms of float because the float is relatively low. So has to break above that descending wedge. Needs to break that VWAP for it to be so much schmexy to mya. Ashton asks for ITP. All right, let's take a look at ITP. ITP. All right, ITP. Very, very choppy throughout the past couple of days, but it did have a bit of an ABCD pattern right over here. A to B, B to C, C to D right there. All right, and then proceeded to kind of make this descending wedge over here, but it needs to break the descending wedge for it to be so much schmexy to me because right now it's just going downward. So has to break above that descending wedge for it to really be so much schmexy to me. Has to break past this VWAP as well. So ITP really needs to break above the VWAP, needs to break the descending wedge for it to be so much schmexy to me. So ITP needs to break the descending wedge and VWAP for it to be so much schmexy to mya. Bop right there. So we got that going on. That's what we got going on right there. Did have at one point, a bit of a movement up here, down here. All right. But it did also have a bit of a double top right over mya. So had that going on right there. And right now, currently, it is on a bit of a downtrend. So it needs to break that descending wedge. It needs to break the 39-cent mark over here. And yeah. That's what we're doing right now. That's what we are doing right here. So let me get the support and resistance lines here for you as well. Bop right here. Bop right here. Get you all sorted out and ready to go. So right now has to hold above the 33-cent line, needs to break 36 cents, 38 cents, 39 cents. All right, and which is built where the VWAP is and where the resistance is, 41 cents, 43 cents, and 46 cents, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what it needs to break for it to be so much Mexi to me. So right now, need some volume, need some vitamin V. You know what I mean? Need some vitamin V. That's what it really needs, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so that's what we got going on. Miami Fredo says, good morning, coach. How are we looking on AQMS? AQMS, let's take a look at AQMS. Let's see what we got going on. And if you guys got anything you want to check out, any stonks you want me to look at, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. All right, let's take a look over here. So AQMS, very, very consolidated against the VWAP right now. Very consolidated. Let's get a share party going, by the way. Let's get to 800. 800, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, AQMS was quite a bit consolidated as of now. So we got that going on right there. Needs to break above the VWAP because it is a little bit below it right now. But it did have a bit of consolidation. So I'm really just going to draw a line right around here. Really needs to break through. Hold on. Actually, let me get the channel. Let me get the channel. Hold on. Where's the channel at? Where's the channel? Where's the channel at? You know, double diagonal. Double diagonal? Okay. Let me. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. There you go. The channel. Channel time. Channel time. I'd say honestly here. Yeah, it's right there. So it's got to really break this channel for it to be so much Mexi to me right there, because I completely had a brain fart just now. Could not find the channel for the life of me. Wow. Yeah, it has been a minute. So it is consolidated along the VWAP as of now. Needs to break above the VWAP for it to really be so much Mexi to me. Has to break above this channel as well for it to really be so much Mexi to me. But let's get some support and resistance lines as well. Let's get that going on. Bop right here. Okay. Support over here. Resistance right over here. Bop. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Has support at the 1633 mark, has to break above 1837, 1898, which is where the VWAP is, 2042, 2294, and 2703 has to have that going on right there. But also, ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, take a look over here. Bop right here has a bit of an A to B, B to C, C to D, right all the way back here, and then kind of just makes a bit of a pennant around here. So it needs to really break that big old pennant, break that channel for it to be so much Mexi Tunya. So has to do that, has to break above the channel and the VWAP and the pennant over there for it to be so much Mexi Tunya. So AQMS needs to break that channel. Channel time. Channel time. It's channel time. And VWAP for it to be so much Mexi to me. So that's what AQMS needs to really do right there. That's what it needs to do. It is close. I mean, it is consolidating along it pretty much. I mean, now it's moving a bit lower than it. But yes, it was consolidating along that VWAP. So it needs to break that VWAP, needs to break that channel, and needs to break this pennant for it to really be so much Mexi to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 900. All right. Yes. Give me 1 second, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just thirsty right now. Let me get some water real quick. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I'm back, ladies and gents. Let's take a look over here. Miami Fredo says, bro, thanks. Yeah, of course, man. No problem. No problem at all. No problem, brother. Of course. All right. So let's take a look over here. Yes, let's take a look over here. Somebody wanted me to check out NVA again. All right, let's go back to NVA. has a bit of a head and shoulders there going on. Also needs to break that little pennant right over meow for it to be so much sexy to meow. It is expansive, very expansive. Expensive. Again, it did have a nice run up 113%. Needs to hold above that VWAP and needs to break that pennant for it to be so much maxi to meow. So we got that going on right there. So NVA needs to hold, to stay, not even hold, just stay above the pennant, above the pennant for it to be so much maxi to meow. Bop right there. So really, I mean, NVA has to stay above the pennant right over here, has to stay above the VWAP, needs to break this pennant, and needs to break the 64.98 mark, needs to break the 74.86 mark for it to really be so much maxi to meow. So that's what we got going on there. That's what we got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, what else we got over here? Let's see. CRML. Let's see how CRML is doing. CRML has a heavy float, 24 million, low volume, 9 million right there. So you got that going on. It is kind of consolidating alongside the VWAP. The VWAP again looks like it's another channel. It's another channel time. Actually, not really channel time. Actually, you know what? It's more like, let me just get the graffiti pencil over here. Let me just explain it. Bop right here, and bop, and bop right there. Has a bit of a pennant going on over here. So yeah, it's got to hold alongside that VWAP. Needs to hold alongside that VWAP. Right now, it's consolidated alongside the VWAP. So you got that going on right there. That's what you got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So let's see what we got going on over here. Bop right here. Boom. Let's get this support line. Bop right over. Hold on. All right. So there we go right there. All right. Sorry, I was like trying to reach for that there. All right. So has to hold along that VWAP. It needs to break through the VWAP, actually. Needs to break through the 31.58 mark over there, which is where the VWAP is currently at. Needs to break through 34.52 as well. Has to hold above 30.31 for it to be so much maxi to meow. So that's what we got going on there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. Had a bit of an A to B, B to C, C to D, and another A to B, B to C, C to D right there. And yeah, that's what it had going on right there. So yeah, needs to break above this pennant for it to really be so much maxi to meow. Has to break through the VWAP as well. So CRML, bit heavy in terms of price as well. It is 31.58 right now. So you got that going on right there. That's what we got going on, is in the 30s. So you know what I mean. CRML needs to break the pennant and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to meow. Yes, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot. Yes, the cashola. Big bucks, I tell you. Yes, big bucks, I tell you. Big bucks, big bucks. Yes. Yeah. Yep. All right. So that's what we got going on right there. So CRML, that's what we got going on. All right. Let's see here. What other stunks we got over here? What else? Other stunks we got? Let's see. Somebody asked me to check out BCRX. Bet I will look at BCRX right now. Let's see. BCRX. Let's see how BCRX is doing. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1200. 1200, ladies and gentlemen. 1200, 1200, 1200. All right. Let me get rid of this right here so I got some room to work here. Bop right here. So let's get this support line over here. Resistance over here. Bop right there. So we got support over here at the $6.08 mark. Needs to break through 655, 688, 696, 721, 761, and 827 for it to be so much maxi to meow. But right now, it did have a nice movement over meow. So let's get the support over here. Bop right here. Bop right there. Boom. And boom. All right. Has to break above that VWAPA, the VWAPA at 696 over here at 696. So has to break above that. Has to break the 655 mark over here, which is currently testing the resistance for. It's currently testing the resistance at 655. Needs to break through 683 and then 696, and then after that, Actually, no, 688, 696, 721, 761, and then 827 for it to really be so much maxi to me. But it looks like it's trying to break that pennant right now. Looks like it's trying to really break the pennant, so needs to break through, needs to break above that pennant, and needs to break the VWAP for it to really be so much maxi to Mya. So BCRX, BCRX, BCRX also needs some volume too. Needs volume to break the pennant and the VWAP. So it needs some volume to break those two things right now. BCRX, yeah, needs some of that. So, that's what we got going on for it. That's what we got going on. By the way, can you check out the news for it, DBO Mom? Show me the news for BCRX, Bravo, Charlie, Romeo, X-Ray.
Bravo, Charlie, Romeo, X-Ray.
Yes. All right, does it have any news? Any news? It's the 14th today.
Wait. This is the 14th.
Trading halt status up. Okay. So BioCryst is to acquire. It's an acquisition, so it's to acquire Astria Therapeutics for $13 per share. So it's sent to do an acquisition. So you got that going on for it right now. That's what you got going on for it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Somebody wants me to check out NVTS. NVTS November Victor Tango Sierra. Let's take a look at it right now. Let's take a look over here, Bob, right there. Okay, so right now had a bit of an A to B, B to C, C to D going on right there. All right. Then had a bit of a pennant right over Mya. All right. Then kind of just started consolidating alongside the VWAPA. Alongside the VWAPA. Yeesh. So had that going on right there. Bop, right there. Bop, right there. Yeesh. And then had a pennant going on over Mya. So you got that going on right there. Needs to hold above the VWAPA. Needs to stay above the VWAP. Needs to break through some more. Needs to break this pennant. But needs to also hold that VWAPA. NVTS currently, let's take a look at that floating volume for it. NVTS. Show me NVTS's. NVTS, let's see. Float is very, very heavy, 155 million. All right, volume is 10 million. So the float is extremely heavy. Volume is very, very light. Not feeling that one, ladies and gentlemen. Not feeling it. But NVTS does need to hold above that support line, that VWAPA over there. Also give it some support and resistance lines anyway. So it has to hold above the VWAP. Needs to break through 1328, which it looks like it's trying to test right now a little bit. But can it break it? We'll see. We shall see. Needs to also break 1432 as well for it to really be so much maxi to Mya. But right now, we'll see what happens there. But NVTS needs to break above the pennant and stay above VWAPA. Yeesh. So that's what we got going on for that stock right there. Let's take a look at GWAV. GWAV. All right, broke through the VWAP. Looks like it not the VWAP. Broke through the pennant right over here. Broke the pennant and broke the VWAP actually at the same time. So yes, broke the pennant, broke the VWAP. Looks like it's doing well right now. Let's take a look at it. See how it's doing. How high is it? 118? 118. Has to break through that 152% mark for it to really be so much maxi to Mya. So GWAV right there. GWAV curled off the pennant and broke the VWAPA. Looks like it's doing pretty good there. Looks like it's doing pretty good. Let's take a look at NVA. NVA currently still needs to break that descending wedge. Needs to stay above that VWAP. Looks like it's trying to stay above the VWAP right now. It's kind of fighting to stay above the VWAP. So let's see if it does. Let's see if it does. NVA. Can it stay above the VWAPA, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, the VWAPA. Let's see. Let's see if it can. Let's see. All right. Can it stay above the VWAPA? Yes, sir. All right, let's take a look at ATXS. ATXS, let's see what we got going on here. Let's get some support and resistance lines over here. Bop, support, resistance, bop, right there. All right. And currently, potential, possible, maybe, an ABCD pattern, maybe, possibly. Because it did have a bit of it has a bit of that going on right there. So we'll see what happens. ATXS, possible ABCD. ATXS, possible ABCD pattern. Ish. All right. There we go. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. ATXS, bop right there. All right. So has to hold above the VWAP, above the VWAP. Needs to, which it currently is right now. Needs to break through that 1233 mark. Looks like it's trying to test it a little bit, but we'll see what happens. It needs some volume. And also is a bit overbought in the RSI. So you got that going on right there. That is what you got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So what else we got? What else we got? Hold on. Let me add them. Let me add them. Yeesh. All right. GWAV, by the way, GWAV ran up a nice 133%. So let's take a look at GWAV real quick. Still curling up. Still curling up. Needs to really keep that curl going. Needs to remain friends with the trend. GWAV needs to stay friends with the trend. So we got that going on right there. Yes, sir. All right. So has to hold above that VWAPA and needs to hold above the pennant. So yes, can it break through? We shall see. We shall see. Let's see what else we got. AQMS. AQMS. Okay, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. AQMS. Boom, right there. All right, AQMS still channeling right now. Still needs to break through that channel right there. AQMS, can it break that channel? We'll see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. AQMS needs to break the pennant and channel. Needs some volume. Yeesh. Needs volume for AQMS to really break above that, ladies and gentlemen. Needs some volume there. ATXS, ATXS. Let's take a look again. Needs to fulfill that ABCD pattern, break the resistance. ATXS needs to break the resistance and curl, baby, curl. You know what I mean? Curl. Yes, sir. ITP, ITP. Let's see what ITP's got going on. ITP looks like it's trying to curl off that descending wedge. Needs to break the VWAPA, though. Curling off the descending wedge, but needs to break that VWAPA. So ITP needs to break. Hold on. All right, needs to break the VWAPA. Curling off the descending wedge. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. Bop right there. All right, let's see what else we got. What else we got? Let me add them. Let me add them. Yes, sir. All right. So CRML, CRML. Boom, got that going on. CRML fell below the pennant, not looking too schmexy right now. Needs some volume. CRML really needs some volume. That's what it's got going on there. CRML needs volume to curl. That's really all it needs right there. It needs some volume. It needs to hold above that support line at 30.31. Otherwise, not feeling too schmexy. It is leaning a bit. It's not really. It's rather indecisive in terms of the RSI. So it's got that going on right there for it. That's what it's got going on. Let's see about SSKN. SSKN. Let's see what we got going on there. Bot right there. Hold on 1 second. Let's get this path right over here. Boom. Boom. And boom. Right here. So Path going on right there. Boom. Support, resistance, boom, right there. Has to hold above the 209 mark. Needs to break through the pennant, the VWAP at 216. Then needs to break this resistance at 222 and then 243 for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. As you can see here, the float is 3 million. Volume is 27 million. So you got that going on right there. Needs to break above that pennant though. Needs to break that pennant. Currently broke the VWAP though. So it's got that going on right there. SSKN peaking above the VWAP. Peaking above the VWAP needs to break the resistance. Yes, and hold that $2.09 mark and break through the 2.22 mark for it to really be so much mexy to mya. So that's what we got going on for SSKN right now. Can it curl? We shall see. Looks like it's trying to though. So we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got. What else we got over here? Boom, right there. Bop, right there. All right. Let's see what else we got over here. Somebody wants me to go and check out NVAX again. NVAX. Let's see about NVAX. I think I did that one. Actually, no, I did not. NVAX, very low in terms of volume. Needs some serious volume for it to be so much mexy to mya. Needs some volume and needs to break above that VWAP really for NVAX. So NVAX needs volume because it has a lot of indecisive wicks there and to break above the VWAP. So it's got that going on right there, folks. That's what's got going on because it's got a lot of indecisive wicks. Was a bit overbought in the RSI, but it's just choppy and all over the place. A lot of indecisive wicks, not a lot of volume. You know what I mean? So got that going on right there. If it gets more volume, though, that'd be kind of cool. So, we got that going on. Let's see over here. Let's get some support and resistance lines over here. Bop over here. Bop over there. All right. Has to hold above the 859 mark. Needs to break through 865. Then 871. Then 878 and 889 for it to really be so much maxi to me. But even then, it needs some serious volume, ladies and gentlemen. It was at one point close to being oversold over here on the RSI. Then it became overbought over here on the RSI, and it's just choppy all around. So, not feeling it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,000. 2,000, you know what I mean? 2,000. You know what I mean? 2,000. Yeesh. So, let's get that going on right there. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you want access to our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99, link to join us in the description down below as well as the pinned comment section, so be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we do have some educational courses as well that you could check out as well. You could check those out. Link to join. Knowledge is power. Yes, knowledge is power. We actually do have that, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, you know what? Let me put it up. Let me put it up, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. Let me put it up. You know what I mean? Let me put it up. You know what I mean? 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Matter of fact, you know what? Yes. Let me find it there because it is in the description. But you know what? Let me put it up a little bit. You know what I mean? All right. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right. And all right. Oh, excuse me. Boop. Right there. Hello there. Hello. All right. I clicked the wrong thing. My bad. But yeesh. Let me get that there. So that's what we got going on, folks. Woo-wee. Yes, sir. All right. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Bob right there. Yeesh. Okay. Yeah. So you can check this. You can check out this beautiful Wealth Builder membership, which gives you access to the educational courses. Very, very good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff. You know what I mean? Good stuff right there. So you can actually check out the Wealth Builders course right over. Yeah. Right there. Boom. All right. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. All right, that basically gives you all the educational stuff. You get practically over 400 videos worth of courses and all sorts of other good stuff as well. All right, so yeah, be sure to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to check it out. Lots of good stuff there. Also, a lot of other beautiful benefits to that place as well. It has its own chat, own exclusive content. It has all sorts of good stuff there, all sorts of educational content, exclusive content, and other things there that you could check out as well. And yeah, you know, does some, you know, do a lot of stuff there. You could do a lot of stuff there with Okay, so yeah, that's what we got going on there. That is what we got going on, folks. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2100. 2100. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, sir. All right. Yeesh. So yeah, that's what we got going on. And you get the stuff from the real-time alerts and scanners as well to top it off. So yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's beautiful. Beautiful. You know what I mean? Beautiful. All right. So, what else we got here? Let's see. JDZG. Let's take a look at JDZG. JDZG. All right. Yeah. Wait, no, this isn't JDZG, is it? Hold on. I could have sworn that JDZG. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's JDZG. All right, JDZG trying to curl above that pennant just a little bit. We'll see what happens there. But JDZG knee curling off the pennant needs volume for it to be so much mexy to me. SSKN. All right, let's take a look at SSKN, ladies and gentlemen. SSKN. Let's see. Oh my. Oh my. Look at that. How high is that? Let's see. Let's see how it is. Let's see how it is. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how it is. Let's see what's going on there. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. I tell you what's going on. All right. Let's see here. SSKN. Currently up 68%. SSKN broke through the pennant, ladies and gentlemen. SSKN going up, going crazy right now. SSKN broke through the pennant. SSKN up 69%. New high of day. New high of day. Broke the pennant, baby. Yeesh. So, let's see what we got going on there. And let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. Because let's get to 2200. 2200. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Ooh. So, yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeesh. Yeesh.
SSKN, push
Woohoo.
it again.
Yeesh.
Push it again.
Ooh.
It's trying.
It's trying. It's testing the high.
It's being temperamental.
SSKN testing the high, ladies and gentlemen. Testing the high
on
right
now.
there. Ooh.
Come on, baby.
Yeesh.
Give me more. Give me more.
Testing the high. SSKN. Testing that high, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2300. Yes, hello, DBO moms. Oh, it's breaking through. Oh, my.
The humanity of it.
Ooh.
Wow.
73%.
Wow.
SSK new high, 73%.
It's pushing, it's pushing.
SSKN new high, 73%, up 73% right there. There we go. My, oh, my, oh, my. Ooh-wee. 74%. Yeesh. All right, so. Yeah, that's what we got going on there. Garage door repairs and installations asks for LITM. All right, let's take a look at LITM. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see here. LITM, let's get some support and resistance lines on it. Let's get some support and resistance lines right here. Bop and bop right there. So it's got support at the 649 mark. Needs to break through 682. All right, currently, show me that support and resistance, the volume news for LITM as well as the floating volume for it. So let's see about news right now. LITM came out with some news yesterday that their shares resumed trading and that they were halted yesterday, but that was about it really in terms of news. Although it says here, something about some lithium battery. Yeah, no. That's nothing interesting. All right. LITM didn't really come out with much in terms of news. Came out that it halted yesterday and then resumed trading yesterday. That was about it, really, in terms of that news. But it is moving above the. It is currently moving above the resistance line I made there. So it is moving up there, ladies and gentlemen. It is moving up there. LITM currently on a bit of an uptrend over here. I will give it that right there. Had a bit of an A to B, B to C. Oh, excuse me. B to C. And C to D. Yeesh. So I had that going on right there. Had a bit of an ABCD pattern going on, but now it's forming a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails, DBO moms. We like the bottom tails. But let's take a look at the float and volume for the stunk. The float is 7.3 million. Volume is 838,000. So it's very low in terms of volume, but I will say this, LITM is moving up on low volume. It was moving up on some low volume there. LITM moving up on low volume. So we got that going on right there. LITM. EDHL seems to be moving as well. Let's take a look at EDHL. EDHL, let's see how they're doing right there. EDHL moving up. How's the volume? Float is 9 million. Volume is 528,000. So it does have that going on right there. Bit of a double top right there, but it broke through the double top right there. So it is on the uptrend as of now. Not a lot of volume, so it needs to hold above the needs to remain friends with the trend right there, moving up on some low volume there. So that's what we got going on. EDHL needs to remain friends with the trend, moving up on low volume. So that's what's got going on there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what's got going on. EDHL. All right, let's get some support resistance lines for it right over here. Bop right there, bop right there. So it's got support at the 65-cent mark over here, resistance at 70 cents, and then after that, also the 79-cent mark as well. So got that going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Oof. Ish. Very nice. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, just stretching. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Time for a stretch crick. Oh, that was a good one right there. Did you hear the cricks? Oh my lord. A bunch of crickets in your vertebrae. Yes. Oh, the vertebrae just said yoink. Oh, that was a good one right there. All righty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeesh. So, yeah, we got that going on right there. All right, EDHL just doing its thing right now. It needs to break above that double top right there. Has some double toppage at the 69-cent mark. Hey, DBL moms, whoa. What? Relax. Where am I going? I said the number of the day and you pulled out the chancleta. Oh, that. You gotta chill. Actually, I was just putting it. Oh. Don't giggle like that. Jeez. Evil little giggle. Jeez. You're funny. You're funny. She was putting on the chancletas. That's what it was. Whew. I think it was like a warning. It was like a warning there. ATXS. All right. Has a heavy float, 45 million. Volume, 8 million. Needs to currently, actually, no, it didn't do the ABCD. Did not do the ABCD. Instead, it kind of consolidated a little bit. So it's got a bit of a channel right over here. Got a bit of a channel going on. So let me get that right over. Meow, right there. All right, this right here, boom. And over here has a bit of a channel going on. ATXS needs to break that channel for it to be so much Mexi to Meow. Has a channel between 1140 and 1233. So you got that going on right there. ATXS needs to break the channel for it to be so much Mexi to Meow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's see about AQMS. AQMS. All right, AQMS fell below the channel, fell below the pennant right there. Needs to break through, needs to curl, needs some volume. AQMS needs volume to curl. So, yeah, AQMS right now. AQMS needs volume to curl, baby. Curl. You know what I mean? Curl, baby. Yes, 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 and yes in that order. All right, let's take a look over here. Let's see what other stonks we got going on. Okay, somebody wants me to take a look at RGTI. All right, it's a bit expensive, but we'll take a look at it over there. RGTI, bop right there. Okay, so currently RGTI on a bit of an uptrend, move past the VWAP, so we got that going on right there. It is very, very, very choppy in terms of the move upward, but it's not terrible. It's doing all right. So right now it needs to remain friends with the trend. RGTI, let's get some support and resistance lines over here as well. Bop right here and bop right there. So has to break through the 5706 mark over there. Currently, it is trying to remain friends with the trend, so we got that going on right there. RGTI simply needs to remain friends with the trend. RGTI needs to remain friends with the trend. Yes. So yeah, that's what they got going on right there. That is what they got going on. Ooh, all right. Let's see what else we got. EDHL. Let's see how EDHL is doing. EDHL. All right. How the heck are you? All right. Let's see. EDHL curled up past the resistance at 69 cents and then 70 cents and is now trying to move its way back on up. So it's doing that right now. So EDHL needs to break. Actually, it just needs to remain friends with the trend, really. It needs to remain friends with the uptrend right there. So that's really what it's got going on there. That is what it's got going on. Someone asked for LITM. LITM. Let's see how LITM is doing. LITM had a nice move upward. It did have a nice move upward all the way up to the resistance point at $7.01. But right now it looks to be going downward a little bit. It was a bit overbought in the RSI. So right now it looks like it's trying to kind of compensate for it. It needs to hold above 642. It needs to break through the 664 and 701 marks for it to really be so much Mexi to Mia. But right now, it looks like it's falling right now. So LITM needs to break that downtrend. Ooh, what's up? All right. All right. Yeah, so LITM needs to break that downtrend. That's what's got to go do right there. So what was it? Which one was it? EDHL. All right. EDHL. All right. Let's take a look at EDHL. Oh my. All right. Broke through the resistance that was originally put there. So how high is it right now, DB Moms?
EDHL now 41%.
41%. Oh my. Okay, so broke through the high.
Is actually now 63 cents, 82 cents. I think 64% and 81 cents. Sorry.
All right, so EDHL just hit a new high there. Yeah. EDHL hit a new high of day, baby. Yes, sir. So, yeah. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to get the share party going. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get a share party. Let's get to 2,800. And be sure to check out our Wealth Builder membership. Link to join is in the description down below as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. So, yeah, right now with EDHL, yeah, that's what we got going on right there. All right. Bo Spec says open door. Don't know what that means, but okay.
Open.
Maybe open.
Oh, yeah, no, the open. Oh, you mean the open? That's a
OPEN?
OPN.
open door. Okay, all right, open. Let's take a look at open. Open.
the door.
Open. OPEN. Okay, okay. OPEN. I mean OPN.
Open doors.
Oh, open door technology. Oh, okay. Ah, oh, all right. Open OPN. OPN. Oh my god, this one's heavily requested. Yes. Yes. Lot of double tops going on right over here. OPN. Right. Very, very choppy as of now. Has a bit of a pennant going on right over Mya. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me get that right there. Has a bit of a pennant going on right over here. And very, very choppy to say the least. Needs to hold above the VWAP, which it currently is right over Mya at the $7 mark, which is where the VWAP is. So right now it's kind of consolidated with the VWAP. Needs to break through the pennant for it to really be so much mexy to Mya. OPEN, very choppy. OPEN, very choppy. Needs some volume. Needs some volume. All right. And also needs to break the pennant. Yes, for it to be so much Mexi to me. So yeah, needs to break that pennant there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. All right. But that's what's got going on right there. That is what it's got going on. Ooh. All right. Let's see how AQMS is doing. AQMS. Okay. AQMS currently 2 million float, 2 million volume. Fell below the channel. Looks like it's trying to curl up, but really needs some volume still. AQMS still needs the volume. AQMS still needs volume to be so much mexy to me. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,000. Let's get to 3,000, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 3,000. Yeesh. 3,000. All right. Looks like AQMS is trying to curl, but needs some more volume right now. Can it break through the VWAP? And can it break past that pennant? Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. Needs to also break the VWAP and break that channel. That channel right there. All right. So, yeah. It's got a ways to go right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's got a ways to go. So we'll see what happens with that stunk right there. Let's see. All right. AQMS. All right, let's take a look at
6 minutes to the bail.
the bail. The
6
bail.
minutes.
It deafens me. SSKN. All right. Let's see here. Let's zoom in the room. SSKN currently still somewhat friends with the trend. Very consolidated though. Very consolidated. Needs a little bit of consolidation on SKN. Let's get this right over Mya. All right. And Mya right over here. A little bit of a channel forming there. Needs to break the channel. SSKN needs to break the channel. All right. So we got that going on. SSKN needs to break the channel for it to be so much maxi to Mya. All right. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,100. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. Pick a lot of baggers a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen. You get access to this beautiful scanner right over here, which shows you the change in percentage of the time in which the stock was scanned, right? Whether it's going up or down, the ticker, the price, the volume, the float, little hyperlinks that give you access to all these beautiful things, plus their charts and news and all sorts of other good things like that. You get the news room right over here, all sorts of amazing articles on what's going on in the stunk world. You know what I mean? The stunk world right there. So it gives you all sorts of cool articles like that, little hyperlinks that give you the full article, but the regular article over here just gives you really a synopsis of what's going on within the actual article. But you know, you can, so whether you got time to or not, you're always on the go. You could be on the go and reading some news about it. And also to top it off, if the news article affects a certain stonk, it'll actually be mentioned at the bottom. And you could actually click on the little hyperlink of the stock to see how high that stock is, the chart, the float, volume, etc. All that good stuff, all at the tip of your fingers there, all at the touch of a button. Bop right there, you know what I mean? And that's what we got going on right there. And then to top it off, you get access to the beautiful ticker tape right there. This beautiful ticker tape and a wonderful community. And if you check out the Wealth Builders package, you get that plus access to our educational and exclusive content, among many other things. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you got going on right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got going on here.
5 minutes to the bell.
5 minutes to the bell.
The bell's coming.
I'm gonna get some water real quick because I'm thirsty. Give me a second.
The bell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Ladies and gents. Woo! Wow! All right. So, ladies and gentlemen. Whoo-wee! All right. Let's see. AKA. Ooh, that's a new one. AKA. Let's take a look at AKA. The Rainmaker. I'm sorry. Get it? All right. So, AKA, not a lot in terms of volume. I can tell very, very choppy. Very much so below the VWAP right now. So, not feeling this one. AKA needs some serious volume for it to be so much maxi to me. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,300. AKA needs some serious volume. Serious volume. Very choppy. Very choppy. Yes, very, very choppy. Choppier than the waves during a hurricane. That's pretty choppy, right? Yeah. Yes. Ever see those little white caps in the waves? Oh my god. Those things are pretty, but at the same time, like, you know what I mean? Yes. So, let's see what else we got over here. What else we got? JDZG. All right. Needs to. Oh my. Okay. So right now, currently, JDZG is currently right over here. Needs to break this little double top area over here for it to be so much maxi to me. But actually, you know what? Let me get rid of that. It's kind of starting to channel a little bit, though. It is starting to channel a little bit. So let's get the channel. Let's get the channel time. You know what I mean? The channel time. It's channel time right there. That was the most mellow channel time I've ever seen in my life. Channel time. It's channel time. Channel time. There we go. Now we're good. Well, it was mellow. It was pretty mellow channel time. But JDZG needs to break the channel. JDZG needs to break the channel and the VWAP. All right. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. All right. But, yeesh. Needs to break the channel. Is stuck between the support line at 252 and resistance at 276. Needs to break that for it to be so much maxi to me on. Then it needs to break the resistance at $3, and then the VWAP had $3.11, then $3.30, and then $3.79 for it to really be so much maxi to me. But right now, currently, currently it's doing its thing right now. We got 1 minute till the bell. Give it a second. Give it 1 second right there. It's gonna turn to 9:30 as soon as that thing. Yes, give it a second. 1 second right there. Yes. All right. So yeah, that's what it's doing right there. So right now we are getting to the bell. The bell. Yes, the bell. All right. You grow. UGRO. Let's see how UGRO is doing. Up, the ringy dingy happened. The ringy dingy. Yes, it's the ringy dingy. All right, it is time. You grow. All right, currently you grow is forming a bit of a pennant. Needs to break that pennant and needs to break the VWAPA. Needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be so much maxi to mya. All right, bop right there, bop right there. Okay, so yep. So that's what they got going on right there. Let's get the support and resistance lines going right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. 3,500. Come on now. Let's get to 3,500. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on. You grow. You grow. UGRO. Niche needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. All right, let's see here. It needs to break that thing right there, right there. You know what I mean? Ooh, all right.
EDHL pushing.
Oh my, EDHL. Ooh. Wow. Wow. All right. Wow, EDHL testing the high day right now. EDHL on the uptrend. EDHL on the uptrend, ladies and gentlemen. Uptrend. Pushing the high of day. Yesh. So you got that going. Yesh, come on. Push it. Break it, break it, break it.
Break it.
Yesh.
Come on.
Yesh. Come on.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Now,
Yesh.
don't stop on me.
Come on now.
Do it.
Come on now.
Don't do it.
Uh-huh.
Come on,
Ball.
volume. Come on, volume.
Yesh. Man. It's stalling.
Come
Oh my.
on. Come on.
Man.
Come on.
Come on now.
Elbows are waiting. Come on.
Come on. There you go. Come on now. Break above it.
I don't know. I'm getting bored.
Yeah.
I'm getting bored.
Yeah.
I'm getting bored.
Yes. JDZG. Let's see how JDZG is doing. All right. Currently curling. Broke the channel. JDZG broke the channel. Oh my, on the uptrend right now. Looks like it's moving towards the resistance right now. JDZG broke the channel.
China stock.
China stock.
China.
Yep. JDZG broke the channel. Yesh. And resistance. Right there. Needs to break the VWAPA for it to be so much maxi to mya. Alright. Needs to break that VWAP though. So, yesh. Needs to do that. JZG broke the resistance, broke the channel. Needs to break one more resistance point at $3, then break through the VWAP at $3.11 right there, then 330 resistance, and then after that the 379 resistance for it to be so much maxi to mya. All right, so we got that going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. All right, whoo-wee.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
EDHL moving.
EDHL moving.
Moving.
All right, let's see what we got.
It's pushing.
EDHL.
It's pumping.
Oh my! It's
day.
oh.
Oh my!
How high is it, DB Moms?
85%.
85%. EDHL new high a day. Yes, sir. EDHL new high a day. New high of day. Up 85%. Up 85%.
Oh my!
Oh my!
Look at the humanity of it.
Can it curl back around?
It's curling.
Can it try again? Can it do it some more?
Curling.
Yesh.
Push it.
Come on now.
Come on.
Come on now,
you little
darling.
critter.
There you go.
Come on.
Come on.
Break the resistance. 93
Break it.
cents. Go. You got it.
Break that
Come on.
93-cent
Go,
mark.
go,
Come on
go.
now.
Don't double top on me.
No
double top.
Come on now.
Volume.
No volume. Give me some volume. Vitamin V. Vitamin V. Ah.
Come on. Bottom tail.
Come on now.
Bottom tail. Bottom tail. Green. Green.
Ooh.
Come on. Come on, fella.
Come on now.
Come on.
All right. What you mean?
Trying to blow it over the line.
Oh my.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Ah.
Yeah, rotten skunk.
It doesn't. It has a bottom tail, but it's a bottom tail red.
We want a bottom tail green.
We like the bottom tail greens.
Go back into the Serengeti and get a big one.
Yeah, get a big one.
Green.
Big one, DBL Moms. Big one.
Come on. Looks like a pullback. Looks like it's trying again.
Watch me turn away from the stonk, and then it's gonna like
slowly I turn.
Inch by inch. Going to AQMS. AQMS is what I'm going to look at now. And it looks like it's trying to curl. It looks like it's trying to test the VWAP. But right now, I mean, yeah, it looks like it's trying to test that VWAP right there. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. AQMS curling. AQMS curling. Trying to test the VWAP right now. AQMS curling and trying to test the VWAP. Yes. The VWAP. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, there we go. All right. So trying to test that VWAP at $18.37 is currently at $18.18, but it is trying to move towards that VWAP. So we'll see what happens. AQMS. Let's see what else we got over here. SSKN. SSKN. Skin. Yes. Hold on, let me get the thingy reloaded. Okay. Fell below the resistance, the support line over there. Fell below the support line. Did form a bit of a double bottom, though. Did form a bit of a double bottom. All right, a little bit. Right over meow at the $2.32 mark over here. Looks like it's trying to bounce off that double bottom. Could it potentially move? Maybe. We'll see what happens. But right now, currently, it is within the channel still now. It is still within the channel now. So it's got to break that channel. Bounced off the double bottom right there. So SSKN bounced off the double bottom. SSKN bounced off that double bottom. Needs to break the channel. Yes. Needs to break that channel time. Channel time. It's channel time. All right. Needs to break that. Yes. Has a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails. We like the bottom tails. All right. Let's go. Let's go to ELAB. ELAB still has some consolidation. You know what I mean? A little bit of consolidation right over meow. A little bit of consolidation. All right, so you got that going on right there. Trying to curl up, though. Broke through the resistance at 950, but still has some consolidation going on. Let's get the little channel time over here. Channel time right there. Bop. All right, and bop right there. Needs to break that channel. ELAB needs to break the channel. ELAB curling up, but needs to break that channel. ELAB curling up. But needs to break that channel. All right. It's got that going on there. That's what it's got going on. ELAB had a high of 237 cents right there. That's what it did. Bobo Beef says GWAV is halted. Ooh, GWAV is halted. Oh my. Yes. Oh my. GWAV halted. Oh my. GWAV halted. GWAV halted there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,900. 3,900. All right, come on now. Come on now. All right, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. All right, we're back. We're back. ELAB 100%. Oh my. 100% right there. Ooh. Curling towards the VWAP. There we go. There we go right there. There we go. Oh my. All right, all right, all right. Yes, sir. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So ELAB currently curling up 100% now. ELAB, nice curl. Nice curl on ELAB. Nice curl there. Nice little curl. Nice little curly Q. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There we go. Let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. Share party. Let's get to 4,000. 4,000. Let's get to 4,000, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's get to 4,000 right there. Yes. EDHL, EDHL. Let's take a look at EDHL. In the meantime, how's EDHL doing? EDHL, not doing too schmexy. Not doing too schmexy. EDHL needs some serious volume. EDHL needs volume to curl. EDHL needs volume to curl. Curl, curl. You know what I mean? Curl. Right there. All right. There we go. There we go. All right.
G-Wave resumes.
G-Wave.
Double top, double top.
Oh, my. All right. G-Wave. Okay. All right.
Still trying.
Still trying there, but we'll see what happens. We shall see. G-Wave had a bit of a pennant. A bit of a pennant there. And tried to curl up. Did curl up for a time. Now it's just got to really remain friends with the trend, but it is trying. Oh, my.
Yep.
G-Wave is trying. It is trying right now. Hello. Hello, hello. How high is it? How high is it?
Oh, my.
No, I mean, how high is the percentage?
The percentage here is 148%.
148%.
I believe it stopped again.
Oh, my. Could it be testing the high? Could it be testing that high? That's why. Okay. G-Wave shot up like a rocket just now. G-Wave shot up like a rocket and then halted. Halted. Noah. Come on. G-Wave ran up 148%, had a high of 152%, did a video on it, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to check that out on our YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, be sure to check that out. Like, comment, and subscribe as well. Ring that bell icon. Stay notified when new videos are uploaded. All that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get that all set up over here. Let me actually get this. Boop, right there. Okay, there we go. So, right now, G-Wave currently halted. Let's see what happens. AQMS in the meantime. AQMS. Let's see how AQMS is doing. It's doing all right. But right now, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. There we go. AQMS still within the channel. AQMS still in the channel. Needs to break that channel for it to be so much maxi to me, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 4,200. Come on now. Yes, sir. All right. Whoo. Okay. AQMS. EDHL. Let's take a look at EDHL. EDHL. How's EDHL doing? Add a bit of a double top going on there. Looks like he's trying to curl up and break that double top right now. Let's see. EDHL needs some curlage. Has a bit of a channel over here. A little bit of a channel over here. Little itty bitty channel over meow. All right. Miami Fredo says, how do I subscribe to you, brother? You've been a huge help. Oh, well, the best way to subscribe to us is by checking out our link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. Here, I'll give you the link right here. Yeah, let me give you the link, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Yeah, be sure to check it out right over meow. I'll put it in the comment section right over meow. Ta-da! There we go. There we go. Right there. There we go. There we go. Right there. That link right there is the link to join the description down below. AQMS movement, Miami Fredo says. Yes, movement. Yeah, so check out that link right there. That is how you subscribe. Yeesh. All right. So, AQMS. Let's take a look at AQMS right here. AQMS movement. All right. Let's see here. So, AQMS did have a bit of a channel going on over here. Currently, right now, it is leaning towards the bottom of that channel. Has to hold above the 1628 mark. Needs to break through 1831. Break through the VWAP at 1828 as well. And then after that, break through that $20.34 mark over meow for it to be so much maxi to meow. So, it's got that going on right there. Yes, sir. It does have that going on. All right. So, that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. AQMS right there. So, yesh. Currently right now, has to break that VWAP. Has to break the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to meow. But, yeah, that's what's got going on. So, it has to break that VWAP and then has to break through the channel because the channel is a point of consolidation right there. Is a bit of a point of consolidation right there. So AQMS needs to do that for it to be so much maxi to meow. So let me actually put that in there. AQMS needs to break the VWAP and the channel to become so much maxi to meow. Boom, right there. Okay, so let's see what else we got. What else do we have here? What else do we have? Let's see. ATXS. Let's see how ATXS is doing. All right. Yeesh. Let's get a share party going. Let's get the 4,300. 4,300. Yes, sir. All right. Look at that right there. Okay, so got that going on, Bob. All right. So currently, ATXS still within the channel. Still in the channel right there. So, we got that going on. ATXS still in the channel right now. So, you got that going on right there. Needs to break that channel and is currently consolidated alongside the VWAP. Consolidating along the VWAP. The VWAP. V, not C. VWAP. Yes. EDHL. How's EDHL doing right there? EDHL. Oh my, wait a second. Did it become a bagger?
Oh, yes, it did.
Oh, yes, 114%. Oh my, hold on. How high is it now?
120.
120%. 120%. Oh my, EDHL, new bagger, ladies and gentlemen. EDHL, new bagger. EDHL, new bagger of the day. New bagger of the day, up 121%. 121%. Up 121% right there. Yes, sir. Up 121%. All right. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Hey, just made different, ladies and gentlemen. Miami Fredo says, thank you, fam. No problem, brother. No problem at all. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loots, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, once you guys check that out, you guys get access to the market mover scanner over here with all these beautiful tickers over here, whether the stonk is moving up and down, the percentage change, the time in which the stonk was scanned, the price, the volume, and the float, as well as hyperlinks that give you access to all the above plus their very own stock charts and news and other things. All that at the touch of a button. All you got to do is join. That's all you got to do over there. Join us, ladies and gentlemen. Join us. Yes, and of course, you get access to the newsroom. Get access to the newsroom with all sorts of wonderful articles about all the things that are going on in the stock market, as well as hyperlinks to multiple different other articles there as well. So you could actually gain more knowledge, because knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. Knowledge is power. And to top it off, you also get access to clicking. You could also check out the hyperlinks to the stonks that are affected by said news. Those stonks will be put in the bottom. So, hey, they'll be like, hey, it affects this stonk right here. The news over here affects this. So, you can check that out. You can click on that, and you can get all the information you need on the stonk that you're looking at right there. And to top it off, ladies and gentlemen, you get access to the stock ticker tape, which is basically like a big old scanner. It's a wonderful scanner. Yeesh. Beautiful. Yeesh. So, you got that going on right there. How high is it? How high is it?
Testing the high of the day at 120.
It broke through 120.
112.
It broke through. All right. Well, anyways, as I was saying, so yeah, right there. Currently, you get access to the real-time alerts and scanner right there. So yeah, get access to all that good stuff and more, plus a wonderful community, all of which you can get by clicking the link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. Pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. You can also check out our wealth builders, which has all those benefits that I just told you and more. As a matter of fact, it gives you exclusive content and educational content, all of which you can get by clicking that link in the Click it good, man. Click it good. Yeesh. So, that's pretty much it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeesh. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can find us on our YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us there where we do lots of videos and stonk reviews and live streaming as well. You can find us on our X.com, aka Twitter, where we do lots of live streaming and stonk analysis and other things at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on Twitch at Coaching Money. We do lots of.
Parabolic.
Oh my, what's going on with G-Wave?
G-Wave. Parabolic.
Oh my, hold on.
Parabolic.
Well.
What happened?
It pumped and dumped.
Okay. Hey. All right. Anyways, as I was saying,
Yes.
all right, you can find us on our Twitch where we do lots of live streaming at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. And you can find us on our Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on our TikTok, Tiki Taki, aka the Tac. You can find us there at DBL Nicks. At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money, and G-Wave hit a nice new high of 168%, by the way. So you got that going on right there. G-Wave new high, 168%. And of course, yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So much love. It's okay. G-Wave new high, up 180. Yeah, congratulations. 180. All right, G-Wave new high, up 180. Congratulations. All right.
Get out of here.
All right, and of course, that's pretty much it right there. That is pretty much it. Yeesh. So, that's pretty much it there, ladies and gentlemen. So, much love. Take care of yourselves. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees, sometimes with 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to get shot out the cannon and she goes, wee! Other times she will call wonderful stonks like EDHL. And hold on, actually, how high was EDHL? Just so I know. EDHL was... No, it was way beyond that. It was a bagger. 108%. 108% right there. 108% right there. Right? So, that calls wonderful stonks. She calls wonderful stonks like ELAB, which ran up 237%. GWAV, which ran up 152%. Did a video on that, by the way, on our YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. AQMS, 119%. Did a video on that last night. NVA, 113%. And EDHL, 108%, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, we are just made different. Just made different. And the early bird gets the cash. And, yes, we call her DBL Moms. Yeesh. So, that's pretty much it. Much love, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. Remember that you remember to check out our show, the Power Play, which is at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, sir.
Get ready for Power Hour.
Yes, get ready for Power Hour. Be sure to get ready for Power Hour because it's hosted by our lovely resident Coach Nick Money. Coach Nick Money, he basically hosts the Power Play, and basically what he does is he looks at the stonks prior to Power Hour, right? You know, he takes a look at them. He basically looks at them. What do you think? Type stuff. He basically does that. That's part of what he does right there. And then the other part is that he plays the Fortnite, which is the play aspect of the show. So be sure to check that out because he is the star of that show. It is pretty good. I have a good time with it. So yeah, check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. You remember that you are indelibles. You are unique and greenable. Leave your mark, ladies and gentlemen. Much love. Take care.